Recently, I was looking over some social media and I saw some fantastic barbecue, just some really great looking food. And I thought, I don't know who's cooking this, but I need to meet them. So today we're heading into Sonia Michelle's backyard where she's gonna cook us up some great barbecue. We've got some wonderful things going on. Let's head back there and see what's on the grill. Wow, look at this. Some great stuff. Sonia Michelle.
Hi!
How are you? Hey,
I'm
good to
good.
see you.
How
We'll
are
do the
you?
elbow bump.
Yes,
and
we
we'll say,
are.
thanks for inviting us in your backyard today. Already I've got questions. I've got to see some things back here. Let's jump right into this. The mystery machine. This is where it is. After all these years, we found the mystery machine.
It's living in my backyard.
So tell me, there's got to be a story here.
So my husband, Trevor, had this idea that he wanted to build our daughter a really, really fun play area. That's something that she can grow into, that one day she can still, even though she's 6 now, but maybe when she's 12, she'll still have a place to go to hide from us. I think that's the key.
My kids are older than the age of 12 and she will want a place to hide, I can tell you.
So that will be her new hiding. So we're just working through it right now. So she's gonna have a living space in there. I wouldn't be surprised if she has a bedroom in there soon. Like, who knows what's gonna come out of there, but yeah, no, it'll be good. We just got some windows that fit, so it'll be exciting.
Now, when I was looking over some social media, that's where I first saw all this great looking barbecue. And you seem, right away I thought, here's somebody who grows their own vegetables, cooks all their own meals, am I right?
So, funny story. When I was, let's say 17, that age, my mother, who studied to be a chef, she's like, you know what, come, I'll teach you. And I said, no thanks, I'll just clean the dishes, right? I was like, no, I'm out. Like, I'm out. Like, no, I'll just do the dishes. You do you there.
Wow.
You just cook. And then I just found that I just have a love for it. And she is one of those people that she cooks with her eyes and her scent. Like, she's not a measuring person. You ask her for she has no recipe. Yeah. And lo and behold, somehow I inherited that because I don't have a recipe. Yep. It's just, I look at it and you see it, and if it looks good, then it's right.
You can taste it ahead of time. That's what I always say. You can sort of taste it in your mind.
So I like to tell her that the student has become the master.
Aha, aha.
And so my husband and I are very big on growing our own vegetables and growing our own things and using our own herbs, sort of almost like living off the grid. Yeah. We like to say we have city in the front and we're country in the back.
The rain's going to get on us a little bit, but you've got the perfect
setup
for that because you could either grill in the back or in the front.
Absolutely.
Let's go look at some barbecues.
Let's do it.
Thanks for showing us around the backyard. I'm excited to see smoke. When I see smoke and multiple barbecues, 3 different sizes going on, I'm anxious. What are we going to start with?
We're going to start with a queso. Okay. That is my favorite thing to make right now. So we're gonna have a little fun with that.
Is it going in the cast iron pan?
Yes, I only cook in cast iron pans.
Perfect, so do I.
I don't,
love it.
Yeah, I don't use any other cast iron. I find the flavors in there. And once you use it over and over and you season it, it just builds that extra flavor. It just gets happy is what I say.
So it gets happy.
Good. Yes, it gets happy.
Let's make some happy queso.
Normally, sometimes I will make my own cheese sauce. But the reality is when you're making queso, the best thing to use is Velveeta.
And I'm guessing I see you a lot of vegetables here that we're going to use tonight. This is all out of your garden.
Yes.
As much as you can.
As much as you
can. Out of
gardens. Absolutely.
So what exactly is queso?
Queso, it's all things cheese.
Aside from my favorite dish and your favorite dish, what exactly? It's all things cheese.
It's all things cheese. And the thing about queso is you can actually use whatever you like.
Are there some that you find work better? Like obviously this one works great because it'll melt nicely.
It's the best. I like to throw in a Havarti because Havarti is nice and creamy. And then when you're smoking it too, you really want to cut it into the cubes, right? You don't want to go thick stripes like this.
Is that to get it melting faster?
Yep, exactly. So we'll add our Gouda. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more because I really, really, really love Gouda. If you like some, you can have some.
Because you just feel like there should be some more Gouda in there.
Because Gouda is good.
Gouda is good. You see smoked Gouda a lot in the stores too.
I'm going to add some Canadian cheddar.
I think you always have to go with cheddar. I think anytime you make a cheese dish, there has to be some cheddar in there.
Absolutely. I don't know about you, but I love flavor.
Kind of a big
heaven
fan
in my mouth.
Yes.
That's what I like.
I see jalapeno peppers in there.
Yes.
I am known. I cook everything with jalapeno peppers.
So here's my question for you.
I would put jalapeno peppers on my cereal in the morning if I could.
So I like to put jalapenos. And because I like the spice in there, I actually don't take the seeds out. I like that like explosion in your mouth. It's like, wah! It's just like heaven, right? That red pepper there that I'm going to add in is actually a Formula One pepper that we grew in our backyard.
A Formula One pepper.
It's very spicy. However, when you add it with the cheese, the spiciness sort of melts in there with the jalapenos, and it doesn't make it as if when you would go to like, that would be painful. But when you mix it in with all the different flavors, it just changes it and adds so much levels to the dish.
There's a difference between just eating hot and eating flavor with hot. So we got some jalapenos, red pepper, lots of cheese. This looks like a secret weapon. It looks homemade.
Yes.
And it already looks really good.
Yes.
What's in the jar?
It's my pureed salsa.
Oh, okay.
Right? So normally you'd want to put a chunkier one. So I like more of a puree because once it goes in, because it's the end of the day, it's a dip.
Right.
Right? Like, yes, you can have some chunky stuff in there, but I like the smoothness of everything. I don't want to, I just want to dip, scoop and eat,
so
scoop and eat.
So this is just a traditional homemade salsa, but you've pureed it all.
That has cheese in it. So we're going to just sort of do a little sprinkle. You don't want too much of it. So we'll put that in there so it'll smoke.
So we got our queso on here.
Yes.
You're going to smoke, lots of smoke flavor in there.
Yes.
That's going to meld together. What this, you've got bacon and jalapeno peppers. I'm excited already. What's
It's
next?
good. Okay, so we're going to make armadillo eggs.
All right, I don't know what an armadillo egg is, but with bacon and jalapenos. You
So what it is that you have your ground beef, right? You've got your jalapeno, and then you've got your magical, because we're going on a theme of cheese.
Cheese and jalapenos.
Cheese makes everything great. So we're gonna add a little bit of a cheese in there. So we're gonna stuff the jalapeno.
Did you make this up yourself?
Absolutely.
And what's in here?
So, well, I don't want to tell you.
Without getting specific.
Cheese, cheese, and cheese.
All right, close enough.
We've hollowed it out just for easier. Now I don't have time to sit there and go and stuff the cheese in there. So my little trick is I slice it like that, so I can get a crack open like that.
Oh, all right.
And then I do that, because ain't nobody got time.
Now
right?
I've seen the traditional way would be to do that and just wrap it in bacon, but you're
Yes.
gonna not do that.
We're gonna make this. We're gonna lift it up a few levels.
Let's go up a few notches. I'm all
Absolutely.
about doing that.
So we've got our ground beef, and you can season your ground beef how you like to. So now here we go. So we're just gonna mush this like legit into an egg. The first time I made these, I made it so big that it took like forever to cook. Like it took forever. If you really wanted a nice smoke in there and then get a nice cook in there, I say half an hour, but then you wanna add bacon, and we're gonna wrap it in bacon.
Can't go wrong with that.
Right? And bacon, as we know, adds flavor in everything. And the cool thing is about bacon, it actually keeps everything intact, and the grease from the bacon actually holds it in place.
All right, so we're just gonna throw this on here now?
We're gonna throw it on there.
All right, we got lots of things going on. I noticed we got a lot of smoke and eat here. We moved the queso over here. We've got them with the armadillo eggs over
Yes,
here.
we do.
And we've got something else that looks fantastic that we're gonna add to the grill as well.
Yes, we are.
What are we making?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some brie, cut it in half, and then we're gonna add some roasted red pepper jelly, which actually comes from my mother-in-law. This is her recipe that I'm totally showing off here for her, and is extremely delicious.
In all honesty, this is one of my favorite dishes. Baked brie on the grill, I love it. It's one of my favorite dishes.
You know what? And she's an incredible cook. Yeah. Like, she is top notch. Look at the flavor in there. We're gonna throw that in there. I like to just brush a little bit too, because you know sometimes with brie, the skin, it just got that chewiness.
Yeah.
I like to add a little something extra to it, so it just also levels in the flavor, right?
Softens it up a bit.
Yeah, and it carries it all the way through, right?
And this is fresh basil.
Yes,
from
it
your
is.
garden.
And I just like to put it, because I just think some things just look pretty, but basil just gives that little bit of a lift. And then this is my other friend.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to brie, I do like a little bit of honey. So we're just gonna do a little bit of just a little bit of that. We're gonna throw this on here. We're gonna let it sit for a few. And while you have it open, we're just gonna check on our queso to make sure and get a good mixing
It's
in
all
there.
melting up nice.
Yeah, it sure is.
everything on one barbecue right now because we got lots of smoke, lots of heat, everything's cooking up, and you've got more food ready to go. So peaches, I have no idea what you're gonna do.
Can you juggle?
I can't.
Can you do like 3 in a row?
No, I can't. We're not gonna try.
I can only do 2. But this is for our next recipe. So
Which is going to be.
It's going to be.
You're not going to tell me.
Well, I was almost going to tell you, then I thought maybe I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
So we're going to just get these because we want our peaches to get a bit of smoke, get a little bit of heat, because it'll add so much flavor to the next thing that we're going to put together.
Are we doing anything to the peaches, or are you just putting them on?
No, we're just going to throw them on there.
All right, ready? Let's
Can you imagine if I could throw them? We'll do 1, 2, 3, and look how beautiful our queso's coming. Get at that. Look at how beautiful that is. I keep saying that I like having fresh things and I like to make my own things.
The bread from scratch.
I totally did.
Of course, why not, right? Of course you did.
I just did. I'm like, what's a little baguette?
Oh, why not?
So we're gonna slice up this beauty.
So again, you're not working on temperatures or times. The Brie just looked like it's time to come off.
You feel it in your heart.
You feel it in your heart. All right.
You feel it in your heart. And we'll throw that on there.
Ooh, that looks good.
Let's put a little knife. Look at that.
Is it cooked the way you like?
Look at that.
Nice and soft and runny.
Let's get you a piece on there.
There's always the chef's treat, right? Oh, wow. Right away you taste the red pepper.
Right?
Oh, that's good.
And even a little bit of basil in there, just a little bit of nice kick in there.
You know what you really taste is the honey.
Yes.
That adds a nice sweetness to it.
Right?
I wasn't expecting that.
Right?
Because you taste it all.
I told you.
That came together perfect. Well, why don't we serve everybody up and let them enjoy?
Absolutely.
Everybody's feasting over there. In fact, I see the cast iron's getting pretty thin on cheese.
Yes.
I think they're ready for more food.
No, they're ready for more cheese.
More cheese, more cheese.
More cheese.
So, how do we do that? Let's get them some more cheese.
Well, wait.
What does your heart tell you? Is this ready yet, or does it need...
So, just wait. We got to do something first here.
I'm in a hurry. Try
so, I have some homemade pita bread here.
Of course you do.
We're going to chop them up.
And this is for the queso.
Yes, sir. It sure is. And we'll put them back in there so it stays nice and soft. And if you don't have one of these, get one.
That's very convenient.
Get one.
Very convenient.
As it gets low, you just put the cover on and then it stays fresh. And even if you don't finish it,
at
least you know.
The freshness, these are great when they're soft and
Absolutely.
fresh, a little bit doughy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly that. And now, let's take off our queso.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that baby. All right, Jeff, let's give that a little swirl.
Oh, boy.
Heaven in your mouth.
I guess.
This is all the things right here.
You don't have to convince me. I'm not even sure if you're going to offer. But I'm digging right in right now.
Do it, my friend. So tell me.
Just leave it right here. Oh, the heat.
Right?
You get that heat at the end. You're right, though. The heat is there, but it's not overwhelming.
Exactly.
It's perfect.
Exactly.
Wow. You guys don't want any of this? We're going to keep it over here. The queso is disappearing quickly. Everybody's getting full. We got more food, and we don't even know what we're doing with these peaches yet. I'm anxious to see.
Let me tell you a little secret. If you come to my house,
I'm guessing
you will never ever leave hungry.
You've got at least five barbecues that I know of. Yeah. We've cooked queso. We've cooked Brie cheese.
Yes.
We've done armadillo eggs that are still cooking. And you've got something else coming off in a little while that we haven't even made yet.
Yes.
I'm guessing nobody ever leaves hungry.
No, never.
All right, let's take a look at these.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take those armadillo eggs off.
Lots of smoke coming out of there.
Yes, and look how beautiful. Can you see how beautiful?
Those
beautiful,
look great.
beautiful.
The bacon crisped up nicely on there.
Yeah.
Are we going to slice these, or everybody's just going to grab one, or are we?
We're going to slice them because if you were to bite into this right now, let me tell you, you would just burn everything in your mouth because it's just too hot. So yes, we're going to take it. I do have toothpicks in because you do want to hold it so it stays together, right? So look at that. It stays nice together.
Oh,
see?
Look at that.
Can we see that? You see? Look how beautiful. You've got the nice green color.
You said you would know when they were cooked, and they're cooked beautifully. The jalapenos
the
still
color.
have some texture to them. The cheese is all melted. The hamburger's cooked. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go.
Ideal.
Do you want to try? I think you need to.
I do.
You need to try this. Again, all the things.
That is crazy good. You
Heaven
wouldn't give
in
us
your
the
mouth.
recipe.
I'm not.
You wouldn't tell us what was in the cheese, but
No.
I feel you need to tell us what's in the cheese.
No.
We got some hungry folks. Let's serve this up.
All right, let's do this. Let's send this up right over.
I have no idea what we're doing next, but there is a lot of food sitting here. There are multiple kettles going now. There is smoke everywhere. Let's do this.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, remember the peaches we put on?
Right.
We're gonna take them off because they're ready now, okay?
Now, when I checked these earlier, I see bacon. There was no bacon on there before.
Surprise! That is gonna be for our surprise finisher. While we're waiting for other things to go, because we are gonna make a surprise, we've switched up our kettle.
Yes.
Look at that. We're gonna make pizzas. But I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about you, but with my pizza, I like a salad to go with it.
You know, sometimes you gotta eat salad, right?
But I have a twist on my salad.
Okay, let's see.
Okay?
I'm sure you do.
So we have the romaine. Woo! And naturally, I made my own croutons.
Of course, we wouldn't have expected anything else.
So, and my croutons are made with garlic and butter. And as you all know, I like my cheese. So we're gonna add that. So we've got some grated Parmesan here. My star feature of my Caesar salad is bacon is great, but why not take it up a notch and use pea meal bacon,
Why not?
right? So we're just gonna take a few, we're gonna take them off. I promise you, this will change your life. Caesar salad will never taste better to
My
you.
wife will be happy that you got me eating more salad. Even if you
Salad
had to put,
with bacon
even
and
if you
cheese.
had to, even if you had to put pea meal bacon on it to make it happen. That is the Caesar salad.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Some of the green onion right from your garden.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll throw that in there like that. Looks all pretty. Now, do you like a lot of dressing or like a little
I'm
dressing?
usually less on the dressing.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm usually less on the.
I'm
but
the
this is your.
opposite.
But this is yours. So
I'm all about the dressing.
make it your way. That is a salad worth eating with barbecued food.
Give her.
Oh, do I have to?
Give her.
Just to make sure, I better get a little bit of that bacon, a little bit of the dressing. It is perfect.
Doesn't pea meal bacon change everything? Right?
It's that little difference. Rather than putting, people put bacon in their Caesar salad. You've taken it to a different level. Put
That's
the
it.
pea meal bacon in there.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. It
It
works
just
great.
little differences, little changes change
I
everything,
think we should
right?
leave that over here with the rest of the queso. Everybody's still hungry. You haven't given them enough food yet. So I'm thinking maybe for dessert we do some pizza.
Sounds great to me.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I
And
have
I'm
some.
not even going to ask. The dough is made from scratch.
Yes, I do make my dough. I made it last night because I wanted to have it. I wanted to have like good rest time. And really, when you're making dough, like when you're making pizza, you don't want your dough doing the stickiness. And I've learned the hard way. You do not want it. You want it to be nice and smooth. So with your dough, like if you want to get it even, you really got to do the little shaky, just shake it out, and you just sort of balance it, right? You get that nice stretch in it. Now, here's my little secret. You ready? Ta-da! Look at that. So this little mechanism actually allows to flatten your dough so it actually cooks evenly. Right? So you just rub it in there and it just really gives it the holes, which lets the air go through it and cooks it and pushes the heat through so it cooks it completely even. We're gonna use our homemade sauce.
Okay.
Right?
This is the pureed salsa from earlier.
Yes. And really, you don't need that much. Like, I'm a saucy kind of person, which we obviously know, but you really you don't need that much. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is when you're making pizzas, and especially when you're doing it this way, there's a pizza. It's like almost like a cornmeal, right? So when you go to take this pizza off, it slides off on the peel.
Right.
So you got to put that little bit underneath there. We are going to add some
Prosciutto.
prosciutto. Yes, we are. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to add some ricotta. But we're just going to do little blots of it. We're not gonna spread it through. We're just gonna give it, so it just gives it that little bit, just that little extra. We're gonna put it.
Be nice and smoky.
Yeah, try it. Okay, so we've done that. So we've done little blots of the ricotta, right? And now we've thrown the peaches on top of that. Okay. Any guesses what's next?
You're probably gonna put more cheese on it if I had to guess.
No.
No more cheese?
Come on. Give me a little credit. No, we're gonna put honey.
Oh, okay. Back to the
Okay.
honey.
Yes.
That'll go get nice with the
peaches.
prosciutto and
Yes.
the peaches. And,
Exactly. Right. So we're gonna give it a little like, because honey takes its time. So we're gonna do a little dance. Now, you ready for the next part?
I'm not even gonna ask.
Cheese.
Go right ahead. Now the cheese. I knew there had to be more cheese. I knew there had
We're
to be.
gonna do 2 different cheeses though. We're gonna do a little bit of Parmigiana. I don't even want to tell you what this cheese is. It's a Canadian hard. And then we're gonna finish it off with some balsamic, just to clean up the taste of it,
Sure.
okay?
Why not? Let's put some balsamic on. All right, look at that. That looks amazing. That crust came out perfect.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you gonna
nice,
let that
eh?
sit for a minute and cut
Yeah,
it?
we want to let it sit for a
And
minute.
then I think you and I should probably half of it, just to make sure it's good before we pass it on to the guest.
So we're gonna put this out here just to let it rest a little bit, okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna start up our next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Another one, of course, because we're not full yet.
No.
So you're adding the brie now. So run by once again. So you started with the dough and you put garlic butter.
Yeah, so put a
Remind
nice
me here,
garlic butter on there because I like a little bit of garlic in my crust. And it also makes it nice and soft because of the butter that's in there.
Right.
And of course, I like to use my own marinara
the
sauce, which
same-
I make
the
for
marinara back
myself,
on there?
right?
Mhm.
You put a little bit on there. Mozzarella is not my favorite, but I use a hard white Canadian cheddar.
Okay.
Just put that as a base there. And then we've got some kale from our garden that we grew. You know, we sauteed that. We sauteed some mushrooms on there. And we put it, and now
now
we're going
some
to top
brie.
it up with some brie because mushroom, brie, and kale doesn't get any
Because
better than
brie
that.
and anything is good.
And because we've done cheese all night, so
There's
why not?
literally been
Why are
cheese
we stopping?
every course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Got
So our
some nice
kettle's
brie.
fired up to
Yeah, our
close to
kettle is,
700.
yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
where it
put
is,
some
and we're gonna throw that
cornmeal
in there.
underneath there again, and
Yeah.
let's get that cooking.
Yeah, we've got that in there, and so let's just add a little bit more underneath so we can slide it right off on the peel nicely. Okay, there we go. Let's slide that baby beauty in there. Bam,
Perfect.
pizza's in. Now we wait for it.
It's starting to get dark. We
Yes.
pulled the second pizza out of the oven.
Yes.
We've got 2. We've got the one with the smoked peaches, the prosciutto. This one's got some kale, mushrooms, some brie. They look fantastic. They cooked up nice in the oven. That
Yes.
kettle works great for cooking pizzas.
It's
eh?
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep, yep. Nice crust on them. So let's slice them up. We got. I can't believe anybody's still hungry, but they are. So let's slice these up. And bring
We
them over there.
did good, Jeff. We did good.
I'm gonna say you did much better. But,
All right, let's get this going.
all right. Hope everybody's hungry. Well, we got the chef gear off. It's getting to get dark out. I've learned a bunch of stuff. You are an amazing cook. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Aw,
Cheese and everything, homemade everything, stuff from the garden. It has been fantastic.
you're a good friend.
And I'm looking forward to digging into this pizza. I'm not gonna lie, but I see we're finishing up with an amazing cocktail as well. Nothing like a good Caesar on a chilly evening on the front porch with all these grills finishing up. And cheers to you. Thanks for inviting us to
Cheers.
your backyard. Thanks for sharing your cooking and your recipes
Oh,
with us.
it's
even
my
though you didn't
pleasure.
really share all the recipes.
Well,
but
no, a
enough-
chef doesn't give
enough to be
everything.
enticing, so. Cheers. Thanks very much.